What if I told you there are skills that you will learn in mathematics, but they'll not come very obvious that that's what you're learning exactly? And this story shows us exactly that. Welcome to my Math Story with Stella podcast, a space where we share stories of mathematics learning from all over the world to spark conversations that will enable us see the changes that we desire to see in math education. Let's dive into Maryllen's story all the way from Rochester, New York State, USA. Thank you so much, Maryellen, for sharing with us your story. Let's dive into it. As a student, math was consistently one of my favorite subjects because it did not feel like work to learn. Rather, learning math was just a continuous puzzle, and I loved puzzles. I took pride in my understanding of math, particularly when I got to upper level calculus. I maintained scores at the top of the class. In grade 12, my teacher had the class take an advanced national exam, not offered to most students. Having had much success in math up until that point, I was disheartened when I kept skipping question after question, not knowing how to start. When we got the scores back, I ranked near the bottom. For a long time, this experience was a bad memory. I wasn't inherently good at math as I had always thought. In the years afterwards, I started thinking of myself as being bad at math. As I got more experiences in higher education, I realized that my mind is not hardwired to understand the logic behind the math, and that was okay. What I am good at is absorbing information and quickly being able to apply learned strategies to solving problems. As an adult, I realized that is why I excelled in my math classes. Now, I have a career which does not require advanced math skills. However, it does require strong listening and problem-solving skills, many of which I practice unknowingly as a math student. Today, I look back fondly at my mathematics education and both the good and bad experiences that came with it. They've all helped me to become a better educated individual. Maryellen Sustainability Department, University of Rochester. So thank you, Maryellen, for sharing with us your story. And one thing that stood out for me is something I've already said. If for all the videos I've done, I always talk about consistent practice being king. And that is one way you're going to get good at mathematics. And I'm not talking about doing very many questions in a day, just a few each day. And then onto this, she adds strategies. Strategies are basically game plans on how you're going to work out these different numbers. These strategic thinking skills are developed in mathematics. And that takes me to the next point, which stood out for me, that she learned strong listening and problem-solving skills that she practiced unknowingly in mathematics. And that is these are the skills that we learn from mathematics without realizing it. The critical thinking skills, the problem-solving skills, the creativity, different strategic thinking skills. We learn most of those things in mathematics. So whatever calculations you do, you try out different ways of coming up with solutions. All those we learn from mathematics. So as you're out there and you're wondering, when will I ever need this? When will I ever need that? This topic, how does it apply to my life right now? It may not directly apply to your life right now, but while you are doing that topic, there are skills you are developing unknowingly, such as problem-solving skills, which you need every day. Decision-making skills, because you have to decide what comes after what. You have to decide. So before you say that you don't see the reason as to why you did certain topics, they're not helpful to you, blah, 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 la, 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 la. Remember, you got problem-solving skills, critical thinking skills, logical reasoning skills, creativity skills, strategic thinking skills, and many others that are helping you in the work you are doing today. And so, don't put focus on why you're not using certain topics in your life, and appreciate that you learned a lot of skills in mathematics indirectly, because there's no topic that comes showing you that now you're going to learn strategic thinking. It's a skill you develop over time for practicing different mathematical questions over time. Thank you so much, Maryellen, for sharing with us your story. I loved reading it. We enjoyed it so much. And share with us more of your stories. And if you would like me to read your story, please send it to captainmissmath@gmail.com. Thank you so much, Maryellen, and everyone for watching. Bye-bye. See you later.